Kamaya Chapman, welcome to Shadow Conversations.
What's going on,
How
y'all?
you
I'm with
doing?
some handsome fellas today,
We're
baby.
glad to
Feeling
have you
real
with
One
us.
on each side.
One on each
So
side.
we got a queen in between.
That's right.
Hey, I love it.
How
Y'all
you
is-
doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing so well. I'm so thankful. I'm humble, and I'm thankful to be here. Thank you guys for inviting me out.
Take me back. February 2019. How did it start and how did it end?
So I used to do lashes, guys. I was actually known as the lash plug. Okay, that was what made me be an entrepreneur. So, doing lashes that day, my mom called me and asked me to take my niece. I have a niece from my brother. Take her to the mall to get something for school. She was in probably what 8th grade, and she called me and said, "Kamaya, can you take her to get whatever?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm doing lashes." Boom. Called me back and she was like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "I'm still doing lashes." I was booked because lash play used to be booked. So I'm like, "I'm doing lashes still." She was like, "Okay, well, I love you." I'm like, "I love you too." So then she was like, "I really love you," and I was like, "I really love you too. Why are you saying it like that? What's wrong with you?" Hung up. 20 minutes later, my niece called and said it was an accident and she hit a pole. Went to the scene. One of my friends, shouts out to Officer Murphy. She actually was the person that, ironically, because God is he big on alignment.
Yes.
She was the person on the scene, and they could have declared her dead on the scene, but Murphy was my friend, and she was like, "Come on, we gonna take her to the hospital." So they ended up taking her to the hospital. My mom had asthma, so for some reason I knew it was just different. When she used to have asthma attacks all the time, right? And literally, when I went to the hospital, I seen her and I was like, "This don't look good." My mom was a Delta. Shouts out to Delta Sigma Theta. Gamma Mu 1972. So her line sisters, the reason why I became a Delta, her line sisters, I called them. They came in and it was just, I don't know, crazy time. She was in the hospital for 9 days. So, yeah.
9 days in the hospital.
Brain dead, though. That's how I knew God is real because she could have literally died on the scene. But 9 days, we were able to. Y'all know I told y'all I'm real transparent. So my brother molested me when I was a kid, and this is the first time I've ever said that. But I'm letting the spirit move and just share this with you guys. But we were able to talk about it. Like God worked it out for everybody, kind of men relationship. Because my mom was big on family, and so me and my brother talked about that, and my uncle and my brother were able to talk. They hadn't talked in 10 years. They was able to talk. My line sister and I were able to talk. My mama's line sister was able to. It was just a lot of.
And this happened in this 9 day period?
This is 9 day period
9 days.
in Grady Hospital, literally
As your mom has died.
on her deathbed.
So you all are processing life while going through grief.
By going through grief. Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yep.
The gift of time. This is where we are similar in our grief experiences. Me and my dad had a very tumultuous relationship at the beginning. But when I got in my 20s and I was in divinity school, I said, "Dad, I can't continue to live like this. We need to chat."
Uncomfortable conversation.
Uncomfortable conversation, but a necessary one.
Necessary. Yep.
We talked for about 3 hours. I started, he finished, and I was able to hear his humanity and understand his experiences that led him to do what he did. Fast forward, he got cancer. He was free from it. Then he came back and he went downhill. But what I heard in your story is that God granted you with the gift of that 9 day time period before your mother passed. God gave me the same time period as my dad was transitioning. He got to the point where he couldn't speak. But the beauty in that is that though he was absent for so many years in my life, the last 2 weeks made up for all of the time that he wasn't there. And the beauty in it is that though he was there for my first breath, I was there for his last breath.
Ooh.
So
Don't give me chills.
Shimmer.
when we think about grief and its complexities, I want to name that God has been gracious to us because he gifted us with time that many people didn't get to have. I watched my dad. I watched it. You were there through that 9 day time period. When you when you think back to your grief experience when it first happened, what was going through your mind?
Whew, I was
Did
just,
it seem real?
it didn't seem, I was just like, I just talked to you. So a lot of things, it kind of made me realize that time is definitely precious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, emphasis on precious. But time is very precious. I just didn't feel real. She called me and then I'm like, the next call is her getting into an accident. And that's it just we take advantage of time.
Mm-hmm.
We don't take advantage. I mean, my mom left that day to take my little cousin to school and then make it home. That's one of the things we do take advantage of. Leaving the house and making it home, that's a blessing, man.
Yeah.
And I just
Yeah.
be like, dang, it just happened so fast. I don't know. I decided to pull the plug because they said she would be a vegetable. My mama was lively. She wasn't, she was turned up. She loved tequila. She loved, to party. So I'm like,
she was the homie for
she
real.
was turned up. Like my mom would be with my friends. I'd be like, Mom, where you at? I'd be like, girl, they're not your friends. But like, she was gonna be a vegetable. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna pull the plug. I didn't go. I remember they pulled the plug at 12 o'clock on 2/22/19. I didn't go. I remember being at home with my ex-boyfriend, and they called me like they pulled the plug at 12. She didn't die till 12:35, and it was just surreal. I'm just like, my mama died. We buried her on March the 2nd. And she has her own day, y'all, in the city. Precious Day is March the 2nd. I had a son back in 2009. He passed away. His birthday is March the 3rd. Ironically, we buried her March the 2nd, right? So March the 3rd is his birthday. I always do something for him, release balloons or something, and it just gives me comfort to knowing like she's with her grandson,
Yeah.
because he wasn't like passed when I've had him. I literally delivered him, and he passed away like 4 hours afterwards. But I don't know, it was just surreal. That Monday, I literally was looking for my phone, and I was like telling my ex-boyfriend, I was like, I gotta call my mama in so we can go out to eat. And he was like, we had your mom's funeral. I was out of my body, So yeah.
So it is not lost on most listeners, but for those who don't know, there is a family relationship to a celebrity. You're a celebrity in your own right.
Am I?
But
No, I'm not. Don't call me that.
check IG. But T.I. is your uncle.
He is.
So there's a public part of grief. I remember my mom was no rapper sister. Okay. But she was an administrator at a university.
Oh, wow.
and just really in the community, well connected. And there were a lot of people around. It was more public than I would say most people.
Right.
You experienced some of that as well.
Yeah.
Having a very public grief. You have to share in this space.
Yeah.
But it's also your mom.
Right.
It's everybody else's whoever.
Right.
Your best friend, the person who the one who used to encourage you, the one who used to laugh with. But
Right.
this is my mom.
Right.
Talk about the differences that you find in those spaces of having to hear people, but always remembering at the end of the day, this is my mom.
It was really hard because she was, of course, my mom was precious, guys. And so she was everybody's like auntie on TV. They used to watch her with just Major and just how how she interacted with the family and how she was this and that. So it was like I would be okay, I felt like, but then I might go somewhere and they'd be like, "You precious daughter, let me hug." I'd be like, "Oh God." Then I was doing lashes and people would book lash classes to see me. And it was weird because I'm such a humble person. And I think that's one thing I like about myself, but I feel like my friends be like, "Come on, you too humble. Like you be too chill. Like you just did it." And I'll be like, I mean, I don't know. I'm just me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was kind of hard. It was hard just because, again, everybody knew her. And TMZ came out with something, they put it out that she was on drugs or something, but I don't like let negativity come to me.
So that didn't really impact you?
No, it didn't. I was just like, we're going to get it shut down.
Because even if, TMZ on a larger scale, but even people deal with it every day. They lose a loved one, and then voices start coming up.
Yeah.
That's kind of a weird space.
One thing about me, I've never cared about what people say.
Kamaya, help somebody though. How do you build if you're not naturally like that? How do you build that muscle?
I
That
don't know. I got it from my mama. It's like my mama
Okay.
never cared about what people said about her.
Yeah.
My grandma never cared about. My grandma passed a year ago. And I was telling you guys, but like my mom's death was very depressing. I was drinking alcohol every single day. I had a stroke. Like not a stroke, it's called something, but it comes from like drinking and just like stress and stuff, right? And so I went to a facility. Nobody even knows that. I've been telling y'all too much. But I went to a facility for like 2 weeks, still posting on Instagram. You guys be encouraged, but I'm in a whole facility. So I'm seeing people like take medicine. They was really crazy for real. Like, okay, get me up out of here.
Yeah.
I don't need to be in here. I'm just a little depressed.
Too far.
But I never knew what depression was. My friends would say, I'm depressed. And I'd be like, girl, you ain't go pray about it. Because that's what we're taught. But if you don't know what you're praying about, what am I praying about? If that makes sense, you know?
And you kneel down to pray or close your eyes and pray, and you feel one way, and when you get up, you still feel the same.
You still feel the same
Yeah.
way. The doctor wanted to give me anxiety pills, depression pills. You know, I'm like, I'm not taking that. I want to feel it. My mama passed. You know, I want to feel what this feel like.
Yeah.
What does it feel like?
It's a feeling I don't wish on my worst enemy.
It didn't hurt so bad, but I was just like, you know what, God? Like I said, I had to change my mindset. I literally had to say, you know what? Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for 31 years. Instead of asking, I question God. People say, no, I question him. Why you take my mama? Not everybody. She ain't gonna see me have kids. She ain't gonna see me get married. For a long time, I was like, I'm not getting married. I'm not having kids. But I'm like, Kamaya, yes, you are. Yes, you are. Like, don't be selfish. You know?
Yeah.
That's selfish.
Yeah. You kind of isolate
Yeah.
and start to maybe withdraw from life itself and start to say, I'm going to live this path because this is my safe lane.
Right.
Because I don't want to have to go through these experiences not looking like how I thought they should have looked beforehand.
Right.
Because there's a key player that's not there.
Yeah.
In the theological world, there's this term called theodicy. In essence, it questions or brings up the question: if there's a good God, then why does God allow bad things to happen to good people? My question is, how did you get past the God, why did this happen to me? And how can somebody who's wrestling with that why, how do you give them hope to get to the other side?
I honestly know, like, at the end of the day, you have to go through things. You have to go. Like, I think about my life. I went to therapy. Black people don't like therapy. I don't know why. Anybody need to go to therapy. Even from the back when I was molested, right? I never really trusted men because it's my brother, same mama and daddy. And I used to always, like, think, why do I always have to seek validation from men? Like, I could go on a date with a man and just being transparent, oh, I think you're pretty. I think you're pretty too. I mean, I think you're fine too. And we'll go out on a date and now we go together. And it was like, okay, this is something that's going deeper. I had to look in the mirror and first of all, you got to call yourself out on your bull.
Yes, bro.
You got to tap your shoulder.
Yeah.
I had to tap my shoulder like, come on, you got a problem.
Yeah.
Okay? And I had to just realize that we have to go through things to grow through things, right?
So don't try to avoid the process.
You can't avoid the process. You have to go through stuff so you'll know what to talk. You know, you got to know about your life. Like, my mom, honestly, she had to pass because I would have never known this Kamaya. Like, this strength that I have, I'd be like, girl, you were so strong. You'd have been through this. You'd have been kicked out of school. Okay, you didn't had a baby. You didn't lost the baby. I literally got kicked out of college, y'all, with a 0.75. How did your GPA even get that low? But I got accepted into a college with a 0.75. They accepted me into the college. And I graduated with a 3.8. That's God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you even get accepted into a school? Like, how do you even get that? So I know, like, God is so good. You have to go through things. You have to.
And also accepting the fact that your story is going to be weird.
Yeah.
It ain't.
My story is weird.
It ain't
Off the
gonna
chain
be
testimony.
yeah.
Like, come on, what? Huh? Anybody else probably be under a rock.
Come on, what was the lowest point?
Of grief?
Yeah.
My lowest point of grief probably was really accepting the fact that my mom is gone. I'm at acceptance now, right? But that doesn't mean I don't go to anger. I don't go to depression sometimes. My niece went to school in August, and I took her down there, and I was angry. I was like, Mama, you supposed to be here. Like, you ain't even seen your granddaughter go to high school, let alone college. But my lowest probably was really accepting the fact that she's not coming back. But she sees me, and I know she's proud. So that's one of the things where I had to really just, my mindset was like, okay, she gone.
Yeah.
She gone.
So right after the funeral,
Mhm.
you know, people are still checking in. A couple weeks later, dies
It
down.
gets silent.
About a month in, silence. What was most beneficial for you as you were in that moment of silence when people stopped checking in, the text messages stopped rolling in? How did you breathe through it?
Honestly, when my mom passed away, it was 2019. COVID came 2020. I was dating somebody in 2019, and that's when I moved by myself. And that's when I, like, when mama first died, I was like, oh, she out of town. Then I'm like, if she was out of town, Kamaya, she would have been called you.
Right.
You know? So let's be realistic. But when COVID came, I was just like, dang. Everybody went back to their regular schedule. My mama really gone.
Yeah.
That's my regular schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing her every day, you know, hanging out with her every day. My woosah was probably when I went through depression. Honestly, I was just like, dang, my mama really gone. This hurts so bad. Like somebody, it felt like somebody literally came into my chest, okay, and took my heart out.
What time period was that when you felt that way? Like,
How long did it last?
If she died in February,
2022.
when did these feelings set in?
March of 2020. Because
It's-
I was traveling.
Mm-hmm.
2019 was probably the best traveling year I ever had. I went to Punta Cana twice, Hawaii twice. I'm just outside.
And that's what I think people may not realize about grief, that there's a moment when an event takes place,
Mhm.
but the most hurtful, most despairing moments may not actually be
Not right there.
immediately.
Mhm.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
I have a client now because I'm a grief coach, y'all. And that's what me and God went back and forth. I was like, I'm not doing this. He's like, yes, you are. No, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I said what I said. He's like, no, you're going to be a grief coach.
Yeah.
So I have a client. He just started grieving. His mom been gone 25 years. He just started grieving.
How was that possible?
I don't know. I'm like,
Or where do you start?
but
when
I think he said he was traveling. He was a flight attendant, so he was traveling and he was dating, and you know, it just really when he had to sit in it. That's the thing. A lot of people don't like to sit in grief.
Yeah.
Just to like really sit in it, like, dang, my mama really gone. Like to really say that, y'all. Like people be like, oh, my mama, dad, you know, no, my mama really gone. That's very hurtful. It's very a lot of emotions.
And parents are the irreplaceable element.
Yeah.
You can losing a spouse is not easy.
You can
but
get somebody
another
else.
one. You can have another child.
Yeah.
And there are things that you can actually say in life, or people who can come into your life where that void can be filled, even if it's not by that person.
Well.
The parents, there's just no way to do that with a mom or dad. And I think that's the riveting part that comes at the end of the day, because you see so many people move on and heal from things, whether it's a loss of a job. You can get a new job, but you just cannot. We know that there will never
It's
be
the reality
complete
check.
recovery. Yeah.
Like it's a real grief is a real reality check. You know how somebody might check you,
Yeah.
driving, you might get
Yeah.
checked. I don't know.
Yeah.
But to lose a parent, excuse me, it's a real reality check, and it hurts so bad. And it's like, damn, this hurt.
Kamaya, if you could put together a list of like things you should not do and or say to people who are grieving,
Child,
what would your list be?
It's
hopefully
it's
ain't
gonna
too
be
long.
okay.
Right.
I think I have a client now. Her husband, his mom passed, but her mom is still here. So it's triggering. It's making them kind
Man,
of weird.
talk about that.
It's giving wear and tear, because when he say, I'm finna go hang with my mama, it's triggering her. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna look right here. Don't tell nobody it's gonna be okay, because eventually it's gonna be okay. But at that time, they don't want to hear that, baby. They don't want to hear that. I know how you feel, or It's a lot of things people say, and I be like,
that they have not really thought through.
they don't know
Yeah.
what to say. And my line sisters, my friends, they had. Honestly, I'm gonna say this before I say what I'm about to say. I know God put me to go through it first because I've always been the strong friend. I've always been the strong friend. Back in the day, just whatever. But I know God put me to go through the loss of my mom first because when my friend's mom passed, and I don't like to be morbid, but I'm like, your mama gonna die. And I'm not trying to say it like that, but it's just what it is. Hopefully she don't bury you first. But your mama's gonna pass and I'm gonna know how to help you. That's how I know like God really be using me because I know I'm gonna be able to help my friends. And they're not gonna be as strong as me. They don't know they ain't gonna know what to do.
And I always say this, the more time you have it may even be harder. It's
Yeah.
like, I probably would, if my mom had died when I was 40, there would have been just, a good, 10 plus more years that I
Yeah.
would have had that I would have to grieve through in the aftermath. And so I've noticed that too in my life.
Yeah,
I've been helping friends come over.
But I literally tell I know my mama died first for me to go through it. Because I know my friends ain't, I got some, I ain't gonna say they weak, but they ain't strong. Not like that. And to lose your mama is hard.
Are you a
Or your
different
dad.
person now?
Yeah.
Like, what are the things that changed?
My mindset, I'm more grateful. I'm just, I don't know, I'm more, I done got soft, very empathetic. Let me see. Compassionate, maybe. I used to worry a lot. I don't worry no more. I feel like everything is supposed to happen is going to happen. I'm more grateful. Yeah, I'm more grateful.
Losing a parent,
hmm
I think, is one of the most hardest things you can experience in the world. That first year after it happened, and Jonathan is a witness, I felt lost.
Yeah.
I would go to work, I would sit in my office. I just felt lost. I mean, I was there, and I know I had to do work, but it felt as if my mind and my body, there was a disconnect. And though I wanted to do work, I physically could not do anything. I felt stuck. Therapy was a huge help for me so that I could move beyond this feeling of being stuck to, okay, you can make it. What would you say to the person who's feeling stuck, who does not see the light at the end of the tunnel, that just is in the depths of their despair? What would you say to that person?
Child, get on your knees and pray. Literally look to God. I mean, I'm not the person to like throw God on people, but that's the only way I've gotten to this point. Like me talking about grief, and I'm not laughing, but I just never thought I'd be here. I never thought I could get to this point of like, I couldn't even say mama without, my mama, but God is so good. You got to lock in. You got to just get in your word. You got to get in your word. It's going to be hard, but you got to have a self-reality check. Like you got to just have a reality check. It's going to be hard though. It's hard. It hurt real bad. It hurt. It hurt real bad, but God is so good. My faith is so stronger. I don't know. My faith is real strong. And so if you're in the depths of like not being able to move through it, just know you're gonna be okay. Like you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And I know it's easier said than done, but you really are gonna be okay. You gotta just be intentional. That's my word this year. I've been intentional about keeping my mama legacy going. Like me and my mom and Major were like super close. Me and Eris, that's Tip's young. That'll make me cry. I love her so bad, but it's like God is so. He has a sense of humor. Cause me and Eris weren't close when she was young, but when my mom died, me and her got really close. We got cooking cousins on YouTube, and she just keeps me my spirit so high. I needed her for my mental health. I always tell I needed you for real. So just pray, man.
Word that you said was intentional. Being intentional. Intentionality. So oftentimes, and I'm speaking from personal experience, it's easy to get in your own silo and retreat when you deal with the loss and bereavement of a parent. What does it what does it mean to build community to help you navigate that time? Or matter of fact, rephrasing this another way, who did you lean on? Who helped you navigate that time?
My
Anybody in particular?
friends, nobody specifically. Just my friends, my sisters, my sorors. I have a good friend circle. I have friends I've been knowing since kindergarten.
Hmm.
I'm 36 now, so I've been knowing them 30 years. And my friends, my family. I love my family. Me and my uncle got super, super closer. Um, he gets somebody, and I be like, "You don't got no friends, too."
So you got closer to your family during this period of
I
time.
did.
Because some people do have a different experience where they get
Distant.
further.
Now, it's
Yeah.
some family
Yeah.
that
And maybe not through drama or problems
Right.
or conflict. They just kind of,
My mom
Yeah.
was like the pillar of the family. My mom was the matriarch. I would say that she used to, connect people and stuff. And I don't know, me and my family got closer.
okay.
And my friends, I have some good friends. I got a good village.
What's Mother's Day like for you?
Mother's Day, so being intentional. My first
Mhm.
Mother's Day sucked. It was horrible. I was so sad. I was like, I don't want to see nobody with their mama, bump their mama. But
that feed, it's
I was just
Yeah.
like, I'm not even be on Instagram. But
Absolutely.
now I'm intentional. I feel like you have to be intentional when it comes to certain days, angel anniversaries, because I don't say death date. Angel anniversary, Mother's Day, Daddy's, Father's Day. If you know that day is coming up, still celebrate them, honor them. Mother's
how do you do that? Like,
Mother's
what are
Day
things
for
that you
me,
can do?
I go to the cemetery. I don't go like that though, because I feel like that her body's just there. She ain't there. But I go to the cemetery. I release balloons and change her flowers out. But I mean, I just listen to her favorite songs. Go to her favorite restaurant. Look at a picture. Super thankful about social media. I have a lot of pictures of my mama. She hated being recorded, and it's ironically I'll show y'all after this. But it's a video that I have my mom and my grandma. And my mom said in the video, I don't want to go home first. We had went to Atlantic Station and we had a good day that day. I took her out to eat and took them to the movies. And my mom literally says in the video, I don't want to go home first. And it's so crazy because she passed first.
Mhm.
So those kind of videos, I look at them and laugh. And like she was silly. So I would, just it makes me happy. So Mother's Day, I'm intentional, man. I'm still going to celebrate. I had a good mom. I had a really good mama.
Okay.
I don't be sad.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. The first one is different. Then you do find a way to remember but live.
Yeah, you gotta just live. I mean, it's never gonna be the same, but I feel like God is so good, and I don't know,
Yeah.
like I'll be all right.
Yeah. And we are here today for anybody who is watching this.
Yeah,
You will be all right.
you will be okay
Yeah.
now, but it's
You
gonna
may
hurt,
not
and
come today or tomorrow.
it's
but
gonna
you will-
hurt.
You will be all right when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
What's life like as a grief coach?
So it's
Grief
cool. I don't know. I got a lot of clients.
And you call yourself a grief coach, right?
Grief coach.
So we have a life coach, we have a grief coach. Why not grief therapist, grief counselor, grief coach? Put
I'm
those
a grief
words
coach because
together.
I'm really just coaching you. It's so crazy you said navigating because I call it navigating with Kamaya, navigating through grief with Kamaya.
Okay.
And I'm a grief coach because I'm really coaching you through life. I'm really just being an ear. A lot of people just need to vent, to be
Okay.
honest with you. I can't prescribe you medicine. I don't want to do that. But I really just give you, scriptures and just little things. So I
Okay.
say coach because I'm like coaching you through
Okay.
how to get through grief,
Yeah.
the life at the
Mhm.
loss.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's real.
Mm.
Yeah.
One thing you said earlier, you don't refer to your mother's transition day as her death. You said her
Angel anniversary.
angel anniversary. I think that's beautiful language. I think one thing that could help those who are experiencing grief, something to share with others who may ask, how can I help? How can I support you? Be mindful of the language that you're using
Yeah.
to the person who has recently experienced a loss.
Yeah.
When Father's Day rolls around, I'm just, even my language has shifted,
Mhm.
right? And knowing what triggers
Yeah.
me and what is kind of safe to use. I think it's very key and critical when people ask, how can I help? Or what do you need?
Mhm.
Just being mindful of the language
Being
that you
mindful,
use,
yeah.
right, can help. And just showing up.
That's all. Just be there. Just
Just
come and
showing
sit. That my
up.
friends. It was times, y'all, I didn't even shower. I didn't shower one time for a week.
Yeah.
My friend came over and said, "Okay, Kamaya, you a little stink. We'll put you in the shower. We're gonna comb your hair. We're gonna just, you know what I'm saying?" But I just couldn't get out the
gotta
bed. I
wash.
used to, and the thing is, like I said, intentional has been my word, y'all. I used to have my blackout shades closed. Never open my blinds. I didn't know what time of the day, and I started being intentional about opening my shades. So I never closed them. Like, you have to celebrate your small victories.
Yeah.
Even if you just get out of the bed.
That's a victory.
That's a victory. Making your bed, that's a victory. Because depression had me so in the bed, and the devil, I'll be talking to him, I'll be like, get back.
Yeah.
Sir. The devil had me, he like you like that, right? He wants you in the bed. He wants you sad, but it's like, you got to get up. You got to. But yeah, angel anniversary, I don't say nothing about death. I don't refer to my mama as I got the best mama.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? She's still, because I don't think our spirit dies. I think it transitions to each other. Like, people that see me out, come on, you precious daughter. I'd be like, yeah, her spirit's in them.
Yeah.
Because they loved her.
Yeah.
So even, I love the way your mom did it, and I love that. I love that so bad. Like, me, when I go out, people, they don't really notice me, but sometimes they be like, come on, I follow you, and I love you. You've got me through. And I love that so bad, because people will be like, I loved your mama. And I love that, because she would love when people notice her.
Yeah.
They be like, UTI, I am her sister. I'm his sister. Come take a picture. I'm like, girl, you is country. But I love that. You know what I'm saying? So that makes me feel really, really good. I don't never say was. I never say death. I always say, angel. Angel anniversary.
You also said your mom was the matriarch of the family. So what types of traditions did she hold, and what types of traditions are you still carrying out to this
Keeping
day?
the family together, child. That's the only thing I can say.
That's
Just
a
keeping them
full-time
together.
job.
That's a whole job. Just keeping them together, honestly. She didn't cook. My mom wasn't a cooker like that. I be cooking.
That
But
wasn't
yeah,
her thing.
her thing was like hamburger helper. She didn't really cook like that. She loved
Have
her
you made
her big
hamburger
one.
helpers?
Have you?
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
But her
I'm
big
touching.
one was cube steak. When she did cube steak, she'll call me, Kamaya, I did my big one. I'd be like, girl, you must have made cube steak. She'd be like, yeah. I'd be like, oh, girl, not you done did the big one. Then sometimes she'll get the big pack. I'd be like, not you went family style. I love that for you.
Pull out the China.
Yes, ma'am. So, yeah, keeping the family together, to be honest. Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
Kamaya, a parting word for the people? A parting word for us?
The grieving process does not get easier. It gets manageable. You learn how to maneuver through life without your loved one. Eventually, it will get better. At the end of the day, it's going to hurt like hell. But God is good, and you will see yourself through just getting your word. I always laugh when I say this, but sometimes, you can pray in your car, you can pray in your bed, but sometimes God will put you through some stuff that'll beat you on your knees, where you got to get on your knees to pray. And I've did that a lot this year. I've had to just follow my knees and be obedient. So, at the end of the day, just know that everything is going to be all right and all is well.
That's beautiful.
One final question I have here. Did you find that perhaps dating specifically ended up being a bit of a replacement sport to a degree? I think I was doing a lot of dating, and I think I was trying to find the closeness of the relationship with my mom and people I was dating. Maybe your experience is different, but I'm just wondering.
I did a lot of trauma bonding with people. I had 2 boyfriends that they had both lost like a grandma who raised them or something, and trauma bonding is a real thing. And so very vulnerable. Not really trying to replace. We trying to, just date, to have somebody. Now I'm single, y'all, and I love it so bad because I've never. I was just telling my story, I've never been single. I'm always dating people, and like I said, it comes from just abandoned issues, daddy issues, and I feel like we have to call ourselves out on our childhood trauma that we bring into adulthood, and you don't even realize it. But yeah, I was dating, but now I don't date these people. They don't be talking about nothing. Nothing. Okay.
We don't got
talking about
nothing.
nothing,
We don't got something to talk about.
That's another story for another day. Dating in Atlanta.
She said dating for the dog.
Days for the dogs. Alley cat dog. A stray dog. Okay. Seriously.
That's a whole nother podcast.
That's a whole nother podcast. That's a whole nother thing.